You know, when you think of Italy, you probably think of food, right? I mean, they kind of taught the world how to eat. But here's the thing. Behind their most famous foods are some seriously shocking secrets. Today, we are diving into the unbelievable stories hidden inside Italy's greatest cheeses. And trust me, some of these are absolutely legendary.
So let's just jump right in. What if I told you we're going to talk about an Italian cheese that's totally forbidden, another that's aged for almost 2 decades, and one that is, I kid you not, literally alive? We're about to go on a journey from cheeses you think you know to legends you won't believe are real. And I promise, you will never look at your cheese plate the same way again. All right, let's kick things off with our countdown. We're going to start with 3 cheeses that sound super familiar, but don't be fooled. Each one is hiding an incredible story of history, skill, and even a little bit of drama that you have probably never heard before.
So, kicking us off at number 10, the one, the only, the undisputed king, Parmigiano Reggiano. You've had it, I've had it, we all love it. But did you know it takes a mind-boggling 550 liters of milk to make just one of these giant wheels? That's what a single cow produces in an entire week. But wait, that's not even its biggest secret.
See, the real magic is in the quality control. There's this super exclusive group of experts called the Mastracci Assaggiatori, the tasting masters. And what they do is tap every single wheel with a special little hammer. They press their ear against it and they listen. One sound means it's perfect, a slightly different sound means it's flawed and it gets rejected. They do this acoustic test on over 3 million wheels every single year. Insane. Coming in at number 9, we're taking a trip back in time. And I mean, way back. Taliago was actually invented by monks way back in the 10th century so they wouldn't waste any leftover milk. And get this, to get that signature orange rind, they have to wash it every week with sponges soaked in seawater. That exact ritual, it hasn't changed one bit in over 900 years.
At number 8, we have a cheese that started a war. Well, a legal war, anyway. Grana Padano is actually older than Parmigiano, and for decades, 2 cities fought tooth and nail in court over who really invented it. It's also pretty different. The cows get to eat a more varied diet, which makes the cheese milder and a little sweeter. It might have started in a courtroom, but today, it's the most produced cheese in all of Italy.
Okay, so we've covered a bit of history. Now, let's move into pure artistry. These next 3 cheeses are just masterpieces of human dedication, incredible patience, and in one case, a really happy accident.
All right, for number 7, let's just clear something up. That mozzarella you get on your pizza, that's usually from cow's milk. The real deal, mozzarella di bufala, comes from water buffalo, who produce way less milk, making it so much rarer. And the magic is in the pasta filata method, where artisans have to stretch and shape every single ball by hand in piping hot water. It looks simple, but it takes years to get it right.
But here's what makes it truly special. Unlike almost every other cheese, this one isn't about aging. It's all about right now. It is a fleeting, perfect experience. After just 24 hours, that incredible texture starts to disappear. It's literally a work of art with a one-day lifespan. But hey, if you think a one-day-old cheese is impressive, just wait till you hear what's coming up next.
At number 6, we go to the complete opposite extreme. Meet Bitto Storico, the world record holder for the oldest edible cheese on the planet. This stuff can be aged for an unbelievable 18 years. It's made from the milk of the Arabica goat, which is almost extinct, and the producers famously refused to change their 15th century recipe to meet modern rules. They're all about tradition, and this is 500 years of it you can actually taste.
Our number 5 is a cheese that was basically born from a mistake. The legend says that some young cheesemaker back in the 9th century got distracted, maybe by love, and forgot his cheese curds in a damp cave. When he came back, they were covered in blue mold. He was probably hungry, so he tried it, and it was amazing. Today, that happy accident is pure science. They use these long needles to poke holes in the wheels, creating little air channels so those iconic blue veins can grow.
Okay, so far, humans have pretty much been in control of the process. But for these next 2 cheeses, the cheesemakers basically hand their creations over to Mother Nature, and they let her do her thing in some of the most extreme environments you can imagine, from deep underground to the bottom of the ocean.
Number 4 is Pecorino di Fassa, which literally translates to trench cheese. And yeah, the name says it all. They take the cheese, wrap it up, and bury it in ancient stone pits. They seal it off from the world for 90 days. And in that total darkness, the flavor completely transforms into something sharp, earthy, almost like truffles. Every year when they unearth this buried treasure, the whole town throws a massive festival to celebrate. So if being buried isn't extreme enough for you, how about being sunk? At number 3, we have Pecorino Sommozattore, the diver's cheese. An Italian company actually ages these cheese wheels 7 meters under the sea. Why? Because the ocean floor provides this perfect, constant temperature and pressure that you just can't get in a cellar. When they're ready, actual divers go down and harvest them from the seabed. And believe me, the weirdest is yet to come.
All right, we've arrived at the very top of our list, the pinnacle. These last 2 cheeses aren't just rare. They are true legends. One is so exclusive, it's practically impossible to buy. And the other one, well, the other one is illegal.
At number 2, we have Puzzoni di Moena, which probably translates to the stinky one from Moena. I love that. Its powerful smell is famous, but the real story here is how exclusive it is. They make so little of it that there's an unofficial agreement to just never sell it outside of its home valley. The locals eat all of it. It's a true hidden gem you actually have to travel to Italy to find.
And now, for the number 1 most legendary cheese in all of Italy. A cheese that defies all logic, challenges the bravest food lovers, and is so controversial, it has been outlawed by the European Union.
Meet Casumarzu.
Hailing from Sardinia, this is a pecorino cheese that is deliberately, on purpose, infested with the live larvae of the cheese fly. And no, this is not a mistake, it is the entire point. The larvae eat the fats in the cheese, and their digestive process breaks it all down into this incredibly soft, creamy, and super pungent delicacy. In fact, if the larvae inside are dead, the cheese is considered spoiled, and you have to throw it away.
This cheese is just intense in every single way. The name literally means rotten cheese. The larva can jump 6 inches, so people eating it sometimes wear eye protection. It's officially banned by the EU for health reasons, but Sardinians protect it like a national treasure, selling it on the black market as a crucial part of their heritage. But hold on, there is one final unbelievable twist to this whole story.
After all of that, scientists decided to actually study this forbidden cheese, and they discovered something absolutely remarkable. It turns out the digestive process of the larva creates unique antioxidant compounds that are found nowhere else in the entire food world. So yeah, the most dangerous, illegal, and shocking cheese on our list might just be the healthiest. How wild is that?
So, there you have it. From sound testing masters and recipes that are centuries old to cheeses buried deep underground and harvested from the bottom of the sea. It just goes to show that in Italy, cheese isn't just food. It is edible art, it's living history, it's legend. So I have to ask you, from hammers to divers to jumping larvae, which one of these legendary cheeses surprised you the most?